The night market on Port Ember never truly slept. Lights hummed. Stoves glowed. Steam drifted into the sky like soft clouds. Humans ran most of the food stalls. Aliens filled the streets. Port Ember was neutral ground. Trade first. Politics second. Trust never. Kellen worked the smallest stall on the outer ring. No banners, no music. Just a steel counter, a wood fire grill, and a handwritten sign. Hot meals, no questions. Kellen was human. Tall, broad, quiet. He cooked like it mattered. Every night he closed late. Every night he cleaned slow. And every night they came. The dragon babies arrived just after third bell. Small, winged, scaled in ash grey and ember red. Their eyes glowed faint gold. They tried to be quiet. They failed. Claws clicked on stone. Wings rustled. Noses sniffed the air. Kellen pretended not to see them at first. He always did. He flipped meat. He stirred broth. He hummed an old song from Earth. The first time they came, he thought they were pests. Then he saw their eyes. Too aware, too careful, they waited, sitting in a crooked line, tails curled tight. Kellen sighed. He set out 3 bowls, bone stew, spiced roots, warm bread soaked in broth. They froze. Fear rippled through them. Kellen stepped back. Hands open. Eat. It is safe. They did not speak. Dragons rarely did at that age. But hunger beat fear. They ate fast, messy, happy. That was how it began. Soon there were 4. Then 6. Then 8. Different sizes. Different scale colors. All small. All hungry. Kellen learned what they liked. Less salt, more fat, soft textures. He adjusted his cooking. Without complaint, he never asked where they came from. They never said. He charged no credits. They tried to leave coins once. He pushed them back. Children do not pay for food. That earned him their loyalty. They returned every night, rain or shine, curfew or riot. Other vendors noticed. You feeding drakes now. Kellen shrugged. They are hungry. That should have been the end of it. But Port Ember watched. Everything high above the market towered the governor's spire. Black glass, golden trim, private guards. Governor Verex ruled the sector. A great dragon, ancient, clever. He feared humans, not for their strength. For their habits, humans fed enemies. Humans befriended monsters. Humans changed things without permission. So Verex sent spies, not soldiers. Not diplomats. Children. Dragon young were ignored, dismissed, overlooked. Perfect observers. Each baby had been tasked. Watch the human. Learn his routines. Report his weaknesses. They were told he was dangerous. They were told he was a trap. Then he fed them every night. No questions. No demands. The babies began to argue among themselves. He does not smell like lies. He hums. He tastes. Sad, he gives the best bones, they reported. Carefully, truthfully, Governor Verex read each report. His eyes narrowed. Impossible. No human fed dragons for free. Increase surveillance, so the babies stayed longer. Watched closer. They saw Kellen break fights. With words. Not fists. They saw him feed refugees. From shattered moons, they saw him turn away armed crews. Quietly, firmly. No violence. They saw him cry once, late, alone. They did not understand that part. One night the market went silent. Sirens howled, lights dimmed. Security forces flooded the streets. Governor Verix had decided. The human was a threat. Troops surrounded the stall. Plasma rifles ready. Kellen looked up from his grill. He sighed. He turned off the fire. Hands open. Easy now. The dragon babies froze. Fear, unlike hunger, seized them. This was their fault. Commander Trosses stepped forward. Human Kellen. You are accused of sedition. Kellen blinked. I cooked food. You influenced the population. Kellen glanced around. Hungry faces. Hopeful eyes. If feeding people is influence, then yes. Rifles charged. The babies moved. They spread their wings. Small bodies shaking no. The word cracked. The air. Flames flickered from there. Mouths weak. Untrained, but real. Commander Trosses laughed. Children, stand. Aside, they did not. Kellen knelt behind them. Hey, he placed a hand gently on a scaled back. You do not have to do this. They looked at him. You fed us. Yes, you are kind, Kellen. Swallowed sometimes. Kind humans change worlds. Governor Verix descended. His shadow swallowed the stall. Enough. The babies turned. Heads bowed. Forgive us, Governor. Virex studied them. Then Kellen, why feed them? Because they were hungry. That is not an answer. It is the only one I have. Silence fell. The governor inhaled. Fire built in his chest, then faded. He remembered hunger. Long ago, you knew they were spies. Kellen shook his head. They were kids. Verix laughed. Low, rumbling. That is worse. He straightened. Commander. Stand down. Weapons lowered. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Governor. Verix addressed the market. This human has committed no crime. He has fed our young. Without demand, that creates a debt. Dragon law was absolute on this. The babies looked up, hope blazing. Kellen frowned. I do not want payment. Verix smiled. You already have it. He turned. From this night forward, this stall is protected. Any who threaten it answer to me. He paused, and the children will continue to eat. Here, Kellen nodded. You are always welcome, the babies cheered. Small flames burst in joy. The market breathed again. Life resumed. Later that night, the babies sat as usual. Bowls full. Tails wagging. One asked softly. What are we now? Kellen stirred the pot. Hungry kids. They giggled. Above them, the governor watched. Thoughtful. Humans, dangerous indeed, because they fed enemies. Until enemies stopped being enemies. And it always began with a meal. Asterisk.